people don't realize that 2 plus 2 equals 4 is an algebraic expression. Now what they always do in algebra is they knock out one of the numbers and they put a letter in there. It really doesn't matter what letter it is. Okay, it could be X or B or C. None of it makes any difference. All the letter is doing is taking the place of a number. And your job when you solve algebraic equations is to come up with the missing number. So let us say that I go 2 plus B equals 4. Now, in order to solve this equation, I call it the jumping the fence rule. What you want to end up with is the letter on one side of the equal sign and everything else on the other side. When you do that, you're able to solve any algebraic expression. So, when this 2 here is addition, okay? And when it jumps the fence, it becomes the opposite of addition. And so, the opposite of addition is subtraction. So, now you end up with B equals 4 minus 2. Now remember, negative and subtraction are the same. Okay, so it was addition, it's subtraction, or negative on this side. B equals 2. And now you shove the 2 in place of the B, and you're back to 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now let's say you get an equation like this. 2x plus 6 equals 9. Okay? Now again, you want the letter to be on one side and everything else on the other side of the equal sign. Make them jump the fence. Now this 6 is positive or addition. If it jumps the fence, it'll become negative or subtraction. So now you have 2x equals 9 minus 6. 2x equals 3. Now, this 2 here is interacting with the x via multiplication. There's an invisible multiplication sign always between a number and a letter. And so when this 2 jumps the fence, it becomes the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So now you end up with x equals 3 divided by 2. Now once again, remember there are 3 symbols for division. There's this, there's the fractional form, and then there's the regular division box. All of them are interchangeable depending on what you want to use. I set this up as a fraction, so I'm going to come up with a improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Once again, you divide this way. 2 divides into 3 one time. You're going to have a remainder of 1. It will go over the 2, and you're at 1.5. Now, to show you an example of how solving an algebraic equation will work, is that when you get problems on a test someday, invariably they're going to give you 2 out of the 3 pieces of information. They're going to give you 2 out of the 3 numbers. One of the numbers will be a letter. So here's the Pythagorean theorem, which is where you have a right triangle, a 90-degree angle, and they give you the data here. Okay, let us say that on a particular problem, they give you C, and they say it is 25. And then they give you A, and let's make A 4. Okay. Okay. So now we have 4 squared plus B squared equals 25. What is unknown is the B squared. Well, first of all, using Pretty Elephants Mash Down All Students, 4 squared is 16 plus B squared equals 25. Now again, you want to end up with a letter all by itself. Okay, you can't have it in an exponent form. Okay, that has to go. The 16 has to go. You want to end up with a letter all by itself, B. So this is addition or positive You make it jump the fence, and now you have b squared equals 25 minus 16. Now, b squared equals 9. Now, this exponent here, 2 squared, has got to jump the fence. And the opposite of an exponent is, okay, the square root. Okay? So when it jumps to the fence, it's going to become the square root of 9. So you end up with b equals the square root of 9. Okay? Now, b equals 3.